मेरे पास नहीं है, उससे पूछ, वासिफ से पूछ। Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay, great. Just give me a sec. Let me share the link in the Facebook group as well, and then we can start. In the meanwhile, other people can join. Give me a sec. Okay, guys, we are all set. So, how is everyone? How was your week?
Been good.
Great.
Great, cool. Guys, so let's start. I pasted the link in the group so other people can join as well. So for those of you who are joining this for the first time, we conduct this call every week. The main idea is like to discuss ideas, bounce off different things off each other. If somebody has any questions, any particular requests, we can address those. And then we move on to the Q&A, question and answers. If you have any questions, I would love to answer those. My name is Sam. I am Customer Success Manager at Dripshipper. And here we are. So let me know if anybody has any particular questions. How has been the last week in terms of sales, in terms of testing and trying out different things?
Hello, Sam. My name is Marty. How are you?
Good, Marty. How are you?
I'm good. So this is my first time on the meeting.
Okay.
I've been with Dripshipper maybe less than a month. I am in New Bedford, Mass, and I have a company called Whaling City Coffee.
Okay.
And I'm really having trouble gaining any traction. Like it's so difficult to attract customers because the market is flooded. And I don't know if I'm advertising in the wrong place. I'm Facebook, Instagram. I don't have a lot of followers. I'm just, I'm an old guy trying to get something going with the younger generation. And I just don't know how to reach the right people.
Okay. Marty, one question. What does your company, what is your thought like Whaling Coffee? If I would ask, what is your niche? Who you are trying to sell to? How you can summarize it? Like, who do you think is your ideal customer?
My ideal customer would be, I would say, someone who's a little above average educated, who appreciates the finer things in life and enjoys a nice, rich, delicious cup of coffee, either in the morning or the evening, that kind of thing. Not necessarily driving around in your car, but sitting at the kitchen table, specialty types.
Okay. But why is the name Whaling Coffee? Like, what is the story behind it?
The name of the company, Whaling City Coffee, is I live in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and the New Bedford, Massachusetts is the whaling city. So,
Okay.
it's Whaling City Coffee.
Gotcha. So one thing that we have to keep in mind is not everybody would buy from us because they are used to buying from like Starbucks, Walmart, the shelf coffee that is much cheaper, but that
Right.
doesn't offer like this novelty taste. Like we have to always try to sell to the specialty grade coffee drinkers, and this is one thing that we talk every week. Is like, okay, if you the avatar that you painted to us is like, okay, a rich person, a well off person sitting in his kitchen table, mildly educated. This is too broad of an audience, if I would be honest, because there's not a sales call. I'm not trying to convince you anything. I'm trying to help you out. This can be like, I guess, 50% of the population. This could be the 50% of the population. What is the reason why they should buy from you and not from like 10,000 other people that are doing the same thing? What is it that you are offering to them that makes them connect with your brand, makes them vibe with your brand? Like, I would give you an example, just a high level thing. I'm an iPhone user. I don't even live in US. I live in Pakistan. But here, if we think of Apple, we don't even consider, okay, what are the new features that are coming in the iPhone? This is so strongly we are connected with the brand that we have to get the new phone. Same goes with the Nike. As long as they are Nike, I don't care what are the features, how they compare with the other shoes, can I get the cheaper one? So these things go out of question. So this is why I asked, like, what is your niche? What I would advise you, and if you want, we can even schedule like one-on-one call as well, where we can go in detail, is like you have to find a particular spot, particular segment of a people, a very narrow segment of people that you are trying to sell to. What is the thing, what type of content you have to have on your website, what is the type of content that you can produce on social media. Like, for example, if I am your ideal customer, you are trying to sell to me, where do I go in my spare time, which Facebook groups I follow, which pages I follow? You have to make your online presence over there. You have to connect with like-minded people over there, connect in that community, tell them about your brand, and put the word out. These are the some things that you should definitely have to do. I deal with normally the people that are like high-end merchants that are doing very good with the sales. And this is one thing that is common with all of them, that they all have a very narrow niche that they are trying to sell to. For example, I always quote this example. There is a merchant on Dripshipper that started with one coffee store and now he has 10 different. And his idea is very simple. And I consider it as a marketing genius. He started with one store called Great Dane Coffee Company. You can look him up. So the idea was like, he was trying to sell only to the Great Dane coffee owners, the the shelters, dog rescue centers, shelters, people that care, and people that love Great Dane. He partnered up with some non-profits. He partnered up with some NGOs, charities. They started promoting him. He struck a deal with them, like 20% of all my proceeds go to you automatically. You can set them up. You can have a non-profit endorsing you. They started promoting them. They started cross-promoting these. And what happened was, like, he in a week, two or three different non-profits promote him every week. And then what happens is, he started with that. Now he has different stores. He created another store called Rottweiler Coffee. Then he has opened up another store called French Bulldog Coffee. Now he has 10 different stores with the name of 10 different dogs breeds. And he's trying to hit only those lovers of those dogs, dog owners, those communities that are passionate about their dogs. And he's doing very good. Then there is another regular attendant that attends these calls every week. You might be familiar with her. Her name is Tina Davis. She's into the possums and she does like a lot of content engagement on Instagram, on TikTok, and she engages. She has a very strong online presence within those communities. And I guess every week, and I won't say it as an overstatement, every week she's doing better than last week. So this is the secret. This is the secret sauce that I can share with anyone. Is like, find your niche, Having a generic, good-looking coffee shop without a story, without a soul, won't crack it, especially in this environment where it is ultra competitive to advertise, run ads. I won't advise anybody to run ads on Facebook or Instagram right from the get-go. The tracking is fucked up after like Apple's recent update. You cannot track which people you are hitting to, what are they doing. Then you have to be very, very careful with the creatives, messages, different creatives, different ad spends, setting up different geos. So if you want to go down that route, I would say hire an expert and let him take care of your Facebook ads. But don't do that at the start.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the input, and I think what I'm taking from that is I need to find a really specialized niche,
exactly,
that not only that I'm passionate about as well, and then I can connect with the people who are passionate about it, and
exactly,
sort of market myself. Now, within that is a name change of the company, or appropriate? Let's say I wanted Elephant's Coffee, for example, but or is the name okay because that's the city I'm in?
Name is fine. Name is totally fine. You don't need to change the name, but you need to change the look of the website. If, for example, if you want to do Elephant's Coffee, then if somebody reaches your website landing page, they should know just from a visual of your website that this website, this person loves elephants and it's all about elephants. This is what I mean.
Gotcha.
Then if somebody goes onto your Facebook page, then you should have tons of content about elephants. You should be posting regularly. This is most important thing. You should have one post daily, comments, 2 to 3 comments daily, like dedicate half an hour daily to work on your Facebook and Instagram. Join these groups, join these communities. If you find a page that is in your niche and that you like the content, start commenting on there with your business profile, like just a helpful comment. Don't ask for sales, don't ask for things. Engage in what they are talking about. Things like that.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm gonna try and come on these meetings every week. I appreciate it, and I'm excited to listen to what other people have to say.
Exactly, and I guess James is in this call. I don't know if he can speak or not. James joined us 2 to 3 weeks ago, and he's practicing it, and he got really decent results. I don't know about the last week, but last time we connected, he was very happy. So James, how is it going?
Things slow down a hair. As I'm constantly trying different new things. I didn't really push anything the last week, so I didn't really get sales this week. I am, after our monthly meeting we had the other day, I am revisiting everything and trying to figure out what I can improve. Especially, they made very good points about pointing out about the coffee, like how ours is just freshly roasted. When they're ordered compared to what you get from the grocery stores where it's roasted 4 to 6 months ago.
Exactly.
Or if you go to Starbucks where it's overly roasted, and you will I will put money down on the table any day of the week saying our coffee is superior to anything right now.
Exactly.
And if you're not enjoying it, I'll give you your money back. So I'm trying to figure out my strategy of getting that message out, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate a charity, which me and my fiance are very passionate about dogs. Trying to figure a way to fit that with my model with coffee humor, as we're a lighthearted store. So just a lot of homework on that aspect. So we're working on it.
And Marty, this is very important point. We had a call this Tuesday with the owner of Temecula Roasters, Brian. And he emphasized a lot on this. Like, we have to tell people why we are more expensive. We have to hammer down in their minds that this coffee is freshly roasted. This is literally roasted the same day it is ordered. And nobody in our target segment, we can say it confidently, is offering specialty grade, roast to order, freshly roasted coffee at the price that we are offering to them. And people, especially the novelty items, people that are passionate about vintage items, about the royal, about this kind of stuff, the classy stuff, they would happily pay for this. They would happily pay if they know that this is the best coffee that they can get all over in the United States. Like James said, you have to think about it, but you can go as far as out and say that, okay, if you don't like the coffee, if you don't find it fresh, I can give you a full refund, something like that.
Okay. And that is something that I have.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm doing well. I'm just in a Zoom call, but it's okay. They're just people asking questions that.
Okay, I think he was on the phone with somebody else. So.
Well, what I was going to say to that is, so people have commented on my Facebook's business page that it's not true. Things aren't roasted daily. They're not roasted the day of order. And can I confidently say that is in fact true? That
yes.
That the day your order is freshly roasted premium coffee beans.
Yes, you can tell them. You can tell them that.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I add one thing?
Yes.
Sure.
So going back to the whole roasting thing, I also try, ever since we had that call, I also try to point out, since it takes about a week from placing the order to getting the coffee, I try to also explain that's actually the best peak time is that 7 to 14 day window after it's roasted, after learning that from the call, and try to emphasize to people, it's like, I guarantee you'll taste the difference. And so far, all the people that ordered the coffee has either raved about it on my Facebook page or has reordered their coffee. So I know there's proof in the pudding.
Yes. Cool. Any other questions?
I do have one question though.
Yeah, sure.
So about the whole price hike of everything going up 4%, my question is, I tried to raise my prices going through the Dripshipper app through my store, and it didn't affect it on my store page. So my question would be, in order to raise my prices, do I have to go to each product and manually adjust the price?
This is very, very important question. This is very important question, because what happened then, we also had a customer, she was not very tech savvy, and she was like very, very upset that why her prices are not updated. So see, in the Dripshipper app, they are automatically updated. Once you change it from there, it won't reflect on your Shopify unless you remove that product and re-import it from Dripshipper. Or what you can do is, like, you can simply go in your Shopify in the products and update it from there. Like, select them all in bulk. There is a bulk edit option, and then edit them in one go. So you have to change the price change has to reflect on your Shopify, because you all of you have imported like the products from Dripshipper long time ago. So the new change will reflect only inside Dripshipper, but not on Shopify. So there are two ways. Either you can remove all products, re-import them, which I would not suggest, because this is a lot of work, like re-importing, adding the descriptions all over again. Just like update them in Shopify. Change the pricing.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like Printful where you can change the prices on their app, because since I also have t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs in my store, they allow me to change prices on their app, which affects my store. I wasn't sure if Dripshipper was the same. So go from my store page itself for the products, do the bulk change. I can do. Thank you.
And yes, somebody asked, is there a recording? Yes, there is a recording of every Tuesday call. We were having some troubles in uploading them on Facebook, but what we would do is, like, they are in process of like uploading everything on YouTube. As soon as that is ready, I would share the YouTube playlist with you guys.
Hi, I have one quick question.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions, or does anyone have actually really solid sales that have a suggestion, kind of what price model works best with a higher price with free shipping versus lower price with a flat rate shipping until, you reach $50 or, however you may do it. Does anyone have any suggestions for what actually works?
Does somebody wants to pitch in?
Sure, I can give a suggestion. When I first started, which was about 2 years ago, I had free shipping, and I was using just below the recommended sale prices. And I got a lot of flack. All the shipping prices just built into the sale price. And a lot of people were saying things like that. So what I did was I backed off my price and I put in flat rate shipping. For instance, if it's a 12-ounce bag, I add $2.75, and I have it based on weight. So if they order 3 bags of it of a 12-ounce size, it's going to be $3 instead of $2.75, and that seems to have gotten rid of all of that feedback.
Okay, nice. If you don't mind me asking, what do you set your 12-ounce price at without the shipping?
Right now it is $16.61 plus $2.75 shipping.
Perfect. Thank you.
You bet.
Cool. The reason why I didn't offer any suggestion here is like, because you guys are more experienced than me in coffee selling, you are running your own stores. So maybe you can give better ideas. But for somebody just starting out, I would say like, go with the free shipping thing.
Can I add something to that?
Sure, Douglas.
Okay. I started out in October, and I was offering free shipping in the beginning, but I found through a lot of research, independent research, that people in this day and age are used to paying something for shipping. So everybody in this whole environment since COVID hit and people were starting to order more stuff from home, everybody knows that there's a shipping cost. So I was selling my products right at the, what is that, $18.99 level, just a level. I lowered it to $15.99, for the 12-ounce bag, and added $4.99 for shipping, and then free shipping over $50. And I actually saw a bump in the sales. So I think people just look at the price of the product, and then when you add the shipping on later, it's like they don't even notice. That's sort of the way, because they expect it.
Yeah,
I mean?
that can be a very good psychological hack. Like Douglas said, at the first they look at price, and then the shipping. Yeah, they can say, okay, let it go.
Yeah, I asked because I've been open for only a month, and I've had some sales, but I'm looking at the Google Analytics, and it's very clear that people are hitting the product page and going, oh, it's, I have mine priced at $17.99, and then they're leaving the site. And so I think maybe the lower price might still, as long as you're transparent, maybe somewhere on the product page of what the flat rate shipping is, and have a tracker if for over $50 or something, I think that might be the best bet. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that other people might think that too.
But like one thing that I would add, and I can definitely say with the experience and confidence, price is not the decisive factor in somebody dropping off from your site. Because we have tested this, some of our merchants are selling at higher price than we are recommending them, and they are doing great in terms of sales. What they do is like these people are local influencers, so their community is so much invested in them, is like they buy regardless, and then these people have different promos running every month. So price is not a decisive factor, as long as you convey them this message. If it is everywhere on every product description, fresh to roasted order, you won't get any coffee as fresh as this, or something like that. If you tell them why it is so expensive, trust me, people will still buy it regardless of the price. And we have tested this. We have the data to prove it.
Speaking of that, I do have another quick question being a newbie. Do you have anywhere where you list or provide any actual success stories where people are making a living with this, not just barely getting by to cover the Shopify
we do have a section
because
on
I
our
haven't
website.
seen, I mean, I haven't heard of anyone that like, you know, truly is doing well. Because the one that's on the website, I've looked at like your testimonial ones and like, and then I look at their like SEMrush data and they have no traffic to their stores. So I can't imagine they're making sales.
Like I said,
So
people have different sources of traffic. Like for example, some of them are getting a lot of traffic on Instagram. Some of them are doing a lot of direct sales. If you go in your Dripshipper app, there is a section direct or bulk orders. So these people have contact from wholesalers. These people have contact in different organizations, offices where they buy and the coffee themselves and supply to them directly. Like there is a guy, I don't remember, El Gusto Coffee from Aldo. If you look him up with SEMrush or Ahrefs, you would find, okay, this guy, you would think like this guy is not doing well at all. But in fact, he's doing great and he is making solely his living out of this. He built a coffee cart. Now he's selling coffee on there. And if you talk to him in our group, he's a very, very friendly guy and he would love to explain. So yes, there are at least 5 to 10 people that I can think on top of my head without going in our database that are making their living solely out of Dripshipper.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is the another one, like, I don't know, because I've not checked their site with SEMrush or thing. But you can look them up. Somebody pointed this page is not loading up because I don't remember the exact spelling of his. It could be El Guzzo. Try this. Something like that. I would find this website. Let me just look it up quickly. Yep, that's the one. I found it.
Oh, Sam? Sam, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. You mentioned earlier.
I just shared the link in the chat. Yes, Joe.
Yeah. Sam, you mentioned earlier that there's a way to have a one-on-one call with you. How do I do that? How do I get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Because I would like you to take a look at my website. I made some changes and I'm not getting a response yet. And I want you to maybe critique it and let me know what you think.
Okay. Normally we offer this to our professional and elite plan users, but I was just saying out of courtesy to Marty, if you want it, yes, we can do it. Let me just send you my email and we can schedule a call. No problem.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
And I was going to ask the same thing. If I know there's a subscription level where we can do that monthly.
Yeah.
And I was just seeing if there's like that one-off event where I could just pay a small amount or whatever amount would be just for that consultation, just to review everything and bounce ideas off to make sure I'm on the right track to keep traction going.
No problem. Let's do it this way. But this is just for this call and the people are member that are present here. I'm sending you my email. Shoot me an email and we would schedule a call. Okay.
Sounds good.
That'd be great.
I've added both of my emails in the chat. Okay, guys, any other questions? Cool. And just an update for you guys, we are working actively on adding another supplier on Dripshipper. This should be ready by next week. So fingers crossed on that. Cool, guys. Let's connect again next week. Thank you so much for your time.
Quick question.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Thank you,
Sorry. So I have a quick question concerning the new. I know I've missed last few calls, to be honest. I've been extremely busy, but question regarding the new supplier for Dripshipper.
Yeah.
Do you know how different he is compared to Chicago and Temecula?
They are very, very good. Like we can compare them with Temecula, but the thing is, like, they are based in UK, United Kingdom. So with people with them shipping their products to US would be a big challenge. Delivery time, delivery fee, we won't recommend them. To make most out of their products, I think you would have to have the European customer base. So what you can do is, like, you can have two different shipping zones on your website, one for the international shipping, one for the US ones, and then add those products only to these people that are hitting your website from Europe.
Okay, because I think I do have different shipping zones set up on my website.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of people being able to ship. Now, for Temecula, they're still able to ship internationally as well, right?
Yes.
Because I think when you incorporate the shipping rates on the website, clients are able to see that as well, right?
Yep. But honestly, we don't recommend too many international orders because we cannot guarantee you that whether they would reach and things like. There are a lot of issues with the international shipping. Sometimes somebody offers a coffee worth $20 and they have to pay like $30 off shipping. So that doesn't make any sense.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you again next week.